In this video, we'll see how to set up a system about money where we're going to talk about coins and their value. So let's see here. In problem number one, we have Paul has 17 coins that total $3.05. So he has 17 coins and the total of those coins is $3.05. If he only has quarters and dimes, so this is what he has, quarters and dimes. This is the only two types of coins that he has. How many of each type of coin does he have? So we know that he has 17 coins and they are quarters and dimes. So let's say I have 17 coins in this bag and they are quarters and dimes. So I have some quarters and I have some dimes. The total of this is $3.05. So the question now is, how many quarters do I have in here in my bag and how many dimes? In order to do that, there are a few different ways that we can figure it out. Today we'll focus on how to set up a system and solve it. And then we'll see if that amount is the same as the number of coins and the number of dimes in my bag. So I'm going to leave it here and then we'll see how to set up a system. So we have two types of coins, quarters and dimes. And that will be our first equation in the system, telling us how many coins I have. So in here I have 17 coins. So it's the type quarter and dime for a total of 17 coins. Then the second equation will be about the value. It means how much each is worth. Every quarter is 25 cents, every dime is 10 cents, and the total value in the problem is $3.05. So the total $3.05 converted to cents is going to be 305 cents. So the value equation is going to be the representation of how much each coin is worth and what is the total for amount. So every quarter will be 25 cents. That's why the number of quarters we multiply by 25Q. And every dime is 10 cents. So that's why the number of dimes we multiply by 10 for the total of 305 cents. Again, the value has to be in cents. 25 cents is every quarter, so the number of quarters will be multiplied by 25. Dimes times 10, because every dime is a 10, and then 305 is the value of them together. So that is our system. In the system, we have quarters and dimes is a 17 amount of coins, and the value 25 times the number of quarters plus 10 times the number of dimes is 305 cents. So the two equations in the system. And then to solve the system, we want to either multiply by 25 negative to create an opposite or by 10 negative to create an opposite. I'm going to choose to multiply by negative 10, the first equation, to create an opposite for the dime. And multiplying by negative 10Q minus 10D will be negative 170. And then the second equation remains the same. 25Q plus 10D equals 305. Now I have a system that contains opposites, so I can eliminate and combine the remaining terms. Negative 10 plus 25 is 15Q. Negative 170 plus 305, that means you have to subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number, that would be 135. Dividing by 15, Q will be 9, and that is the number of quarters. So Q is the number of quarters. How many quarters we have? We have 9 quarters. Then if we have 9 quarters, how many dimes would be? If there are 17 total and 9 of them are quarters, then we can substitute instead of Q9 and then subtract from 17. So the number of dimes will be 8. Now, let's check that. First of all, I'm going to check to make sure that that's exactly what I have in my bag. So we have 9 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is so far 9 quarters, which is $2.25, and then 8 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that is the only possible answer that we should get. So this is our 80 cents. So here we have our $2.25 and 80 cents together for a total of $3.05. In our problem, we need to check the answer. So the 25 will multiply times 9 because we had 9 quarters. That's the $2.25 right here. $1, $2.25. And then 10 times 8, that is the number of dimes, which is 80. So here's my 80 cents. And then together for the total of 225 plus 80, that is 305. So the answer now is checked, confirmed to be right. Let's see another problem. Maria has 28 coins, and the coins have the value of $4. So 28 coins for a value of $4. What kind of coins she has? She has only quarters and nickels. So quarters, 25 cents, nickel, 5. How many of each type of coin does she have? So first of all, we're going to set up the information as what coins and how many and what value and how much. So the type of coins that she has is quarters and nickels. For what totals? We can use the variables Q and N because they're two different variables, or we can use X and Y as long as we know which stands for what. And the total is 28 coins. So the coins add up to 28. Then we think about the value, the cent value. So the quarter is 25 cents. Therefore, every quarter will be multiplied by 25. So the number of quarters times 25 plus the number of nickels times their value, 5, will add up to the total of 400 cents. Again, $4 we have to convert to cents because in the equation we need to have the same value of either dollars or cents. So if we choose to go with cents, cents, the value has to be the same. Then we're going to solve this equation. So we have two variables, Q and N, and we're going to have to solve for the number of quarters and the number of nickels. How many quarters and how many nickels she has for the total of 28 coins of the value of each. 25 times the number of quarters plus 5 times the number of nickels for the total of 400 cents. Setting up the system and creating opposites. You can multiply by -5 or you can multiply by -25 in order to create an opposite. I'll choose to multiply by -5 just because I think it's a smaller number and that's my preference. So right here I'm going to create opposites by multiplying by -5. Multiply all the terms. That would be 28 times 5 negative 140. And then second equation remains the same. When you have opposites, you can eliminate them and combine the equations in the system. So negative 5n plus 5n will eliminate for now. We combine the terms. Negative 5 plus 25 will be 20. Q, negative 140 plus 400, we need to subtract. It'll be positive 260. And dividing by 20 gives us the Q value of 13, which is 13 quarters. So the 13 quarters plus what number of nickels will add up to 28? Now that we know that 13 out of the 28 are quarters, we subtract the 13 from 28, and the number of nickels will be 15. So N is 15. That will be the number of nickels.
Ms. Smith, Ms. Stinty, and Mr. Nye, could you please report to room A2 for a parent meeting?
So 13
Ms.
quarters
Smith,
and 15
Ms. Stinty,
nickels.
and Mr. Nye, please report to
Let's
A2.
check that. We have the number of quarters, that's 25, which is the value multiplied by 13. So 13 quarters times 25. 3 times 5, 6, 7, 5, 2. We are adding to see how much would that be. 325. Then the number of nickels is 15 times the value of 5. 5 times 5, 25. So that's value 75. To add up, we need to see if the total comes up to 400. And here it is. So